Hey, Tej here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Tesla. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave theory and provide multiple scenarios price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on daily time frame and looking at the higher time frame structures first, where we are at. So overall, I think we have done this as a 1-2 on cycle degree, and then we would be completed. Would have completed wave 3 here of a cycle. Now we would be looking for to correct that wave 4 and then 5. Of course, this wave 4 could be taking quite some time, as this wave 2 did take that time as well. This took 614 days, so almost 2 years. And since the peaks, we've only just gone less than a year. So there is definitely way more potential of having this fill out and use quite a lot more time. Now the previous wave 4 was this one here, which is again the 4th of 3rd here, and that is generally where the higher time frame structures do fit into or step when we are creating these higher time frame structures. So this was originally a target here. At the moment, I don't think this is a target anymore. I do think that we're going to be falling off way more towards this 382 or even the 0.5 here on log, just because the internal wave structures that we got in here, but we'll look into that next. So let's zoom into 1 hour time frame, and this is again the 3rd that we were talking about, and this is the main count that we've been following, in which we had a 3-wave structure into A, 3 waves into B, and 5 waves into C, creating an ABC flat structure. Since then, we would have this as another 3-wave structure into X, and then ABC into W, X, and wave Y. And if we are switching back to arithmetic scale that I was looking or using for these more local structures, we can see that we had a very nice hit here for the 1-to-1 of this WXY and for this larger WXY as well, in price at least. Now, for the retracement of this larger time frame X, we would have this as a 0.5 hit, very nice hit as well. And since then, again, for the X wave, I think we had this as a 3-wave structure as an ABC. I do acknowledge that we did hit the 1.618, but again, I don't think we did create another 5th wave here, and we have already now taken out the lows here, so we can't have this as a 5-wave structure being a start of anything, because again we have taken out the lows here. So yeah, there was a potential of this being a 5-wave move, very odd looking one, but still, but at the moment that is no longer the case. Since the highs of that X wave here, actually this should be intermediate, and then this should be minor. There we go, let's fix that. And since the X wave was put in place, there is another leg downwards. At the moment, I do think this is a 5-wave structure coming down, just due to the extensions that we would be having. Here on arithmetic scale, we would have this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 1. Then a very ugly looking 3-wave structure in here. We could be having this as an A, B, and C with a some kind of diagonal here in that C to complete the wave 2, almost taking out the highs that we would have here. Definitely not a very pretty wave 2 here, has to be said. Now after that point, we would have this as a 1, 2, and then some kind of 5-wave structure in here. I can't really get too good labelings here, but we do see that we have already started these divergence all the way up in here as we have been coming down, so that would fit the idea of that being a third of third, or this could be already a third of third, so that would make a lot of sense having that lowest RSI. And then we would have wave 4 as with this expanded flat, and now we would be looking for this 5th of 3rd before looking for that 4th and 5th. There's a couple of different alterations here. We could be already completed this wave 4 up in these highs, where we would replace this minuet count with this minute, having this as done here, and then we would have some kind of wave 4 in here. I do like this a bit better at the moment, but we'll see how and which one of these works. At the moment, on a smaller time frame, I would be looking for at least one more low here on a local time frame for that fifth. I do think that we have this as a 1-2. We had this as the earnings came in, so I do think that we had a very invisible 1-2 here and this would be the third. That way we could have this as the third of third, having the highest most extreme RSI, and now we would be creating a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then fifth here, and this could possibly be the fourth of that fifth. Of course, it could be a wave 1 or fifth as well, because we did not really get too large of an extension here for that potential third. But again, we don't need any extensions here anymore, so it could be assumed that we have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Taking out these lows, then we could be looking for upwards for that possible wave 4. But yeah, that is the plan at the moment, looking for this fourth, and then again higher time frame wave 5 coming down of this minute count, completing the A wave before some kind of a rally up for that wave B. Again, B don't need to be this high, it could be all the way down here as well. It just depends on how that structure is going to be forming, and if we can get any kind of setup there, definitely would be nice to take it as a long possibility for if we can get a 5-way structure coming up and then some kind of 3-way structure coming down for a zigzag potentially here. But the main idea here is that we need to be tracking this B so we can enter the wave C downwards, and that is going to be the main structure that I'm going to be playing. Again, creating this zigzag pattern, a 5, 3, and then 5. If you want to be playing safe, you would be looking for 5-way structure in here, and looking for 3-way pullback, and then playing against this high here with a short position aiming downwards. And that is definitely the main setup that we would be looking for here in any case. So we need to be looking into the Tesla for, well, B of course can take quite a long time, all the way at the end of the year for sure. But yeah, nothing is for sure at this point. Now overall, where are my targets? Well, if we are looking at this WX completed, we would be looking for this wave Y here to be around the 1-to-1 extension, so $104. On arithmetic scale, of course, this is going to be way different than the others, because again, this box of 1-to-1 to 1.382 is all the way to $24. So this is a massive dump if that is going to be happening. Now, when is this going to be very much unlikely to be a wave 4? Well, on arithmetic scale, we're already going to be on the 0.5 here, so we might need to be just looking at some of the targets here on 1-to-1 scale, on logarithmic scale, where we have some targets here at the 382 of this higher time frame for that possible wave 4 and possible wave Y for this, where we do have some kind of confluence here with this 382 and 0.5. So that anywhere from $155 to $100 would be the ideal area for me at the moment, that I'm looking for more long-term buys here. But I feel like that is pretty much all the expectations I have for Tesla at the moment. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below. And for now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you next video. Bye bye.